welcome to another segment of 360 Degrees of Success. We're doing a special type of program today. I have back with me returning guest Matt Radin, who is JV Man. Thanks for being again, Matt.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having us.
And we have a guest remotely, and you'll see him on the screen. It's Mike Wallace. Mike is an expert in medical malpractice, president of Practice Protection and working with Liberty Group and Total Smile Protection, the dental support organization, and Total Protection Shield brokerage solutions, basically to provide dentists with comprehensive insurance coverage in all 50 states. So, Mike, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining. I could barely hear Mike, but Mike, can you tell us what is a practice protection for dentists?
Sure. Can you hear me now?
Yes, everything's good.
Sounds great. Practice Protection is an insurance company focused on the dental community. We're focused on providing dental professional liability insurance. We provide, virtually the same coverages and aggressive defense as the other companies, but we also are differentiating ourselves. I personally have been in the insurance space and financial services industry for about 25 years or so, most of which has been focused on malpractice and medical malpractice insurance. And what Practice Protection is doing that's a little different is we're actually a dentist-owned and directed company. So we've got each insured is a part owner, a member of the company. We also operate extremely efficiently, so we can provide a premium savings. So we're providing the same product that they can buy in the commercial marketplace, but we're giving them a little price savings on that. We also are focused on helping dentists achieve their financial freedom, both dentists who are near the end of their career looking for a transition out of their practice, as well as newer dentists who are looking to buy a practice or get into a practice. So we're really trying to help on the front end as well as the back end. And we also work with select insurance agents throughout the country to provide this product and service to their dental clients.
Great, thanks, Mike. And working with Matt, I know Matt for almost 4 years now, if not longer. And what the services that we're putting this together is unique to anything else that anybody else is doing. And speaking about that, what products and services does Practice Protection provide?
Well, we provide the traditional standard medical malpractice insurance policy, which they currently are buying. So we provide a dental professional liability policy. Dental malpractice policy is what it's typically called. Included in the dental malpractice coverage typically are other sorts of defense for their license, defense for any sort of complaint from a patient or some sort of regulatory body. So we provide that, which is industry standard. We also work, as I mentioned previously, with select insurance agents and our work through a network of agents who help meet the needs of the dentist with their dental malpractice as well as other coverages. And the other coverages, we also have access to professional liability agents as well as property and casualty agents. And a dental practice, in order to practice dentistry, he needs to have his malpractice covered, but he has a lot of other business insurance needs, from business owner policy to workers' comp insurance and other things like that. So we help them through our partner agents get other sorts of coverages for their business as well as personal sometimes. We also have a new program under development that we're working with through this JV with Matt and others, and it's really with regards to the transition process when a dentist is phasing out of a practice and a new dentist is trying to come into a practice. We part of that is risk management, and risk management is in the insurance space, managing the risk outgoing and incoming. We're trying to help with that process as well.
Great, thanks, Mike. And just to reintroduce Matt Radin, who is JV Man, helping Practice Protection to differentiate its products and services through joint ventures. One of those days. So, Matt, tell us about Total Smile Protection and on DSO and kind of what you're doing.
Well, Total Smile Protection has been created as an alternative to the DSO. The DSO, Dental Support Organization, has become a villain in the eyes of many dentists because what it seeks to do is deprive the dentists of their financial freedom by making them an employee rather than having their own business. And you have the time counter, right? And so we always teach everybody we talk to that in order to have financial freedom, you need your own business, real estate, and bank. And a lot of the DSOs require the dentist to have space in a shopping center, so they don't have their own real estate. They don't have their own business because they don't own the management company. So by creating the un-DSO, we're also helping Mike, because a lot of the DSOs are 500, 1,000 dentists, and they're not looking to help individual dentists. They're looking to have a really big business. And so we're looking to help the individual dentist. And so in order to differentiate our products, we had to go back to the experience we had. And Mike and I worked with many of the same people in Jacksonville, Florida. That's how we actually met, it's through people we know in Florida. And I had provided a litigation management system to Florida Physicians Insurance Company, but I also provided that system to the Dentist Insurance Company in Sacramento, California, that insures about 28,000 dentists. So I saw personally that the insurance company really wasn't helping the dentist to do anything other than, if you got sued, the carrier would be there to cover your risk, but not really doing anything to help them to be financially free. So that's how we're differentiating.
Right.
And one of the ways we're doing it is, Jeff, you're a mediator, so you know how important it is to keep people out of court.
Right.
And that's an important part.
Because with any business or anything that you're doing, there's eventually going to be some type of conflict. So why not have clauses in your agreements with whoever you're dealing with to have an arbitration or mediation clause to resolve those issues? So the first thing people don't do is run to court and spend all that time, money, and lose that in addition to their sanity, going through the litigation process, when they could resolve the issue and have an input into what goes into the final resolution rather than having a winner-loser or a loser-loser through the litigation system.
Well, and there's really one main reason why doctors won't consent to settle a lawsuit. That's the National Practitioner Data Bank. So we've actually created a way to use ADR, to use arbitration mediation, to keep them out of the data bank and even pay the plaintiff some money if we need to. But that's a differentiator. A program that actually helps the doctors stay out of the data bank and resolve their disputes as early and cost effectively as possible, and wherever possible, out of court.
And Matt, could you tell everybody again what a DSO is?
Yeah, a DSO is a dental support organization. Actually, if you go to un-dso.info, you can read an article that we wrote about it, and there's larger DSOs are like Aspen and Heartland. Heartland was recently valued around $3 billion. They've acquired hundreds of practices, and I think they're close to over 1,000 practices. And what they do is they buying up the practices and then managing it, and so the dentist only has to practice dentistry. They don't have to manage a business. But with the un-DSO, our focus is the dentist's financial freedom. With the DSO, the focus is private equity groups that are providing millions and millions of dollars to buying up dental practices and making the dentist into an employee.
And what is Liberty Group doing with Mike Wallace and Liberty Group, and how are we working with him and to get this thing going with him?
Well, I'm JV man, so we've got lots of joint venture partners. So we're assembling a group of joint venture partners around Mike. Steve is a very successful insurance broker, so he's helping us to get access to all the different insurance products out there, and also provides us with a network in New York, New Jersey, about 3,000 agents. So that's the first good step, right, Mike? That's a good start with 3,000 agents out there looking to sell your product, right?
That's a great start. They've got a lot of dentist clients, I'm sure.
Absolutely, and actually Stephanie, who's going to speak after you, is going to be talking about how we take the information from our website, which is all about what Total Smile Protection is, and repurpose it for the broker and for the agent so that everybody wants to sell the product. The most important thing is we want those agents to take applications. We want them to submit applications to Mike's company for insurance. And then once they've done that, then we can show them all the benefits of having done that, because it's not just about malpractice policy, but it's about financial freedom and their total protection.
Absolutely. And look, I've been working with Matt for about, again, like I said earlier, about 4 years now, and I wouldn't have gotten the business that I've been getting from the Managed Joint Venture Program is business I never would have gotten had I not done it. And Matt, just real quick before we go on, if somebody wants to find out about Mountain Joint Ventures and what it's all about, or how would they able to reach you?
Well, for purposes of what we're doing here today, we really should be directing everybody to totalsmileprotection.com. So just to send an email to support@totalsmileprotection.com. One of 4 people will get back to you. We'll set up an appointment and we'll talk about it. And we want to do everything we can to get, like I said before, applications over to Mike, so we can start having the conversation about what do you really need. Most people, so support@totalsmileprotection.com, and we'll get back. We'll schedule an appointment with you, and we'll talk about what we can do to help you.
Okay, great. And one last question, if we could just we'll wind down. Being involved with dental malpractice insurance in the past, what have you done in the past and being involved with it?
Well, like I said before, the dentist insurance company was on my litigation management system. We developed a litigation management system, had a software company that processed over 50,000 medical malpractice claims. And one of my clients, actually the longest client for about 12 years, was the dentist insurance company, TDIC, which is owned by the California Dental Association. So that's really where I had the most in-depth involvement with dentists. Florida Physicians and the other ones also did it as a sideline. So most of the carriers I work with did dentists, but TDIC was actually the main one. And that's where I got a lot of the knowledge I got about dental malpractice.
Thanks, Matt. Mike, thanks again for joining us today. Anything you want to say in closing as we sign off?
No, I look forward to working with Matt in this, and want to not only help them, help dentists with their dental malpractice, but also help them in the transition process. And I think that working through this program will definitely benefit every single dentist.
Great.
Sounds good. Thanks again, Mike, and I'll probably be talking to you soon.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thanks. Take care.
Take care, and that concludes today's show. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you again next time.